Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to our long-range product expose. As you know, our midweek expose takes place every Wednesday, so welcome. And as you know, my name is Dr. Ajikugen. I'm a business and a wellness coach. Today, I'm going to be taking you through, the training on kidney health. But before we do that, I'd like to talk to you about my company, which is Long-Range Bioscience. Now, Long-Range Bioscience is a company that's over 35 years old, and it's doing awesome stuff here in Africa, but it's from Asia. Now, Long-Range Bioscience is a company that is highly into research and development. It has 10 research and development centers across the world. And due to its research and development prowess, it has more than 2,000 quality products, okay, in the market. Now, aside having these quality products, Long-Range is also into equipment, OEM manufacturing and ODM manufacturing. But because of time, we're not going to go into all that. We're just going to dive into the products, manufactured by Long-Range. Now, I've categorized our products into 7 categories. We have male healthcare products, baby care products, female care products, energy healthcare products, nutritional supplements, nutritional drinks, smoothies and teas. We have personal care products. So whatever you're looking for, I can assure you that you can find it on the Long-Range Bioscience platform, right? And one other assurance you can also get is that every product manufactured by Long-Range Bioscience is multifunctional. And that's because Long-Range has a policy of creating a beautiful and a healthy lifestyle for its members. Now, moving on, today's product expose is going to be centered on kidney health. Now, if you're not familiar with your kidney, when we're done with today's training, you should know more about your kidney, and you should know how it functions and the challenges that can occur if you do not take proper care of your kidney. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about kidney health. Now, on my screen, you're going to see the picture of the kidney. I had to actually bring in a pictorial view of the body, showcasing the kidney, because most times, most people don't know where their kidneys are located. So this is a pictorial view representing the location of your kidney, right? So you can see, if you've been following our trainings, we talked about the liver, previously. So you can see that the liver is just above. You can see the breastbone this way. So you can see that your liver is just at your chest level. Right now, beneath your liver is where your kidney is formed. You can see this bean-shaped, organ here. You can see it's a twin. In other words, you can see the left, you can see the right? Just at the center of the chest. Beautiful. Now, just above the kidney, you have the adrenal gland here. Okay, so we have our right kidney, we have our left kidney. Now, you can see that you have a transverse, you have a spliced view of the left kidney. You can see the renal tubules contained within, right? You can see your urethra. You can see urethra is like a pipe, okay, that links the right kidney and the left kidney to the bladder. So you can see the bladder, this balloon-looking, organ structure here is the bladder, located in the pelvic region. Now you can see urine contained in the bladder, right? So the bladder is like a collection point, right? Then when the urine is manufactured and other things, you can see the urethra. You can see this is the urethra, the passage that takes it out of the body system. Now let's look at the kidney's anatomy, the internal view. Within the kidney, you can see that we have what? Interlobular blood vessels. Now the interlobular blood vessels are the arteries and the veins you can see over here, right? So you can see them here doing their work. In other words, the human kidney has good blood supply. Okay, there's excellent blood supply going on within it because you have the renal artery and the renal vein doing their work here. While we have a collection point for the urethra, as I showed you here, okay, that takes out the waste product. Now let's dive in. Now, the human kidney is a very important organ in the body. And just above the kidneys, as I showed you earlier on, is the adrenal gland. Okay, it's sitting on the top of the kidneys. Now, the kidney is formed by two bean-shaped, organs, right? And each side is the size of a fist. So you're looking at something that looks like my fist, right? Yeah. Now, the kidney is present. The paired version of it is present in all vertebrates. So all animals that have spinal cords or the vertebral column, they all have the kidneys. Now, the kidneys help to maintain the level of electrolytes, water, fluids, and minerals, okay, within the body. And it also has, soft tissues within that help to, and fats that help to, protect it. And inside the kidneys, we have pyramid-shaped lobes, okay, which is the renal cortex and the renal medulla. We have nephrons, okay, that flow between these sections. And we're going to talk about them later on. Now, the kidneys are small, a little bit small, okay, but the kind of function that they carry out is amazing, very, very amazing. Now, do you know that your kidneys receive close to 20 to 25% of the heart's output? So every time the heart pumps blood, the kidney gets 20 to 25% of it, right? So let's go on. So the kidneys expel urine through the urethra, which is a tube, as I showed you earlier on, and it's expelled through the urethra. Now, this is it again, right? So you can see the kidneys, you can see the adrenal glands I told you about here, right? Okay, you can see here. Beautiful. So let's move on. Please keep this picture in your mind so that when I'm giving you facts about it, you can remember. Now, the adult kidney weighs about 142 grams. Okay, and as I said earlier on, it's the size of feet. We're talking about the main facts now. The right kidney is usually smaller and is placed lower in the body than the left kidney. So the right kidney sits under the liver and the body, which is the body's largest organ, right? Yeah, so that's where the right kidney is located. Now, humans can survive on one kidney, right? So even though it's two, when a particular person loses the function of one kidney, the other kidney can actually carry out its functions. Now, 75% of one kidney can sustain the life of a person comfortably. Okay, so a human being can actually survive with just one kidney. Now, kidney activates vitamin D in the body, but it's as a last resort. In other words, the body has several mechanisms that can produce vitamin C. If you followed our liver training, we talked about how the liver too supports that, right? So if the cells cannot receive vitamin D from the sun, the liver will take over and ensure that vitamin D is manufactured, right? Now, if the liver cannot produce vitamin D, the kidneys are the next guys to come in to provide support in ensuring that vitamin D is made available. And don't forget that vitamin D is important because it's a precursor for the utilization of what? Calcium and some other minerals. Now, the kidney updates the blood regularly. In other words, your blood is refined, filtered every time by your kidneys. So there is a fact that your kidneys filter every 30 minutes, filters your blood every 30 minutes, which is about 50 times every day. So filtration of your blood takes place close to 50 times every day because your kidneys are working well. Wow, isn't that cool? That's cool. Now, there are about 1.15 million nephrons in the body. Okay, yeah, nephrons, and those nephrons have a special function. We're going to talk about them later. Now, the kidney also pumps around 400 gallons of blood every day. About 25% of all the blood that comes from the heart, okay, goes into the kidney. So your kidney carries out filtration and pumping action just the way your heart does so, right? So your heart helps to, circulate the oxygenated blood and all that, while your kidneys also carry out its own, job. Now, kidneys love blood flow, okay? So they reabsorb and they redistribute 99% of the blood volume throughout the body, leaving 1% of the filtered blood to become urine. So every time this filtration and redistribution, absorption, redistribution, and all that takes place within the kidneys, it is to help take out waste products that end up as urine, okay? They end up as urine. So one of the facts you should not forget is that the kidneys have higher blood flow compared to the brain and the liver. So the liver does not actually get enough blood flow. The brain does not get enough blood flow as the kidney would, because the kidney's job is very, very important. Now, what are the functions of the kidney in a nutshell? So I'm going to just do a quick summary of the functions of the kidney. Now, the main role of the kidney is to maintain what we call hemostasis. Hemostasis is a stable internal environment, right? So one of the major roles of the kidney is to ensure that your internal environment is in a stable situation. We don't have imbalances. It ensures that there's equilibrium of everything. We don't have deficiencies and we do not have excesses within. The kidneys manage fluid levels, electrolyte balance, and other internal, environmental factors that will keep the body comfortable. Now, the kidneys remove various waste products, and it gets rid of this waste product through the urine, right? Now, some major components that the kidneys remove are urea, which results from the breakdown of protein, uric acid from the breakdown of nucleic acids, drugs, and their metabolites. So every time you take any kind of drug, you should always know that your kidney will have to do what we call detoxification, because drugs are chemical in nature. And any chemical substance that comes into the body has to be cleared out one way or the other. And as you know, the liver also carries out detoxification also, but the kidneys too do the same thing. So drugs and their metabolites are cleared out, because if they're left within your system for long, they could have toxic effects against your body system. Now, the kidney reabsorbs nutrient from the blood using tubules and transports them to where they will be best, as in where they will be utilized in their best form. Now, they also reabsorb other products to maintain hemostasis. Some of these products include glucose, amino acids, bicarbonate, water, phosphate, chloride, sodium, magnesium, and potassium ions. So all these components are reabsorbed by the body. So the kidney help the body to reabsorb these nutrients for certain purposes. Now, in humans, the range of acceptable pH is within 7.35 to 7.45, which is at the neutral level and into the alkaline. So if we say 7 is neutral, 7.35 is a little bit alkaline, right? It's tilting towards the alkaline direction. Yeah. So 7.35 to 7.45, right? So the range of acceptable pH levels in humans is 7.35 to 7.45. Now, at levels below or above this range, the body enters a state of acidemia or excess alkaline stuff. Now, in these states, proteins and enzymes can no longer function the way they ought to function. And when it's very extreme, it can be very fatal, okay? So the kidney and the lungs help to keep the body pH stable. Now, how does the lung achieve this? It's by moderating the concentration of carbon dioxide in the blood, okay? Ensuring that it's expelled quickly, okay? Now, in the other way, the kidneys also do their own job by releasing hormones that increase the kidney's absorption of sodium chloride and other things, okay? Sorry. The next, is to ensure that your blood pressure is handled, okay? It helps to take care of blood pressure, and it utilizes hormones to, ensure that the kidney absorbs sodium chloride. It takes out through increase in the size of extracellular fluid, okay? So when there's an imbalance, okay, the blood pressure needs to be regulated by the kidney. So anything that alters your blood pressure, including excess alcohol consumption, smoking, obesity, it can damage your kidney, because you see, your kidney will be on hyperdrive trying to do its regulatory duties. So in order for us not to overstress our kidneys, it's important that we do not take things that would put them in that state. So for example, if you take excess salt, what will happen? It could raise your blood pressure because it would, allow your the blood vessels to expand itself and begin to take in more, blood supply and all that, which could, increase your blood pressure and the likes of it. So, but your kidney is there to ensure that there's proper regulation. Now, the kidney also helps to ensure, it helps to ensure secretion of active compounds, such as, the production of red blood cells. It helps, to regulate enzymes that manage the expansions of the arteries and the volume of blood plasma. Okay, so these controls, are handled by your kidneys. Now, calcitrol is a hormone, which is an active metabolite of vitamin D. Okay, and it helps to increase the amount of calcium that the intestines can absorb. So this is also in the control of the kidneys. So the kidneys secretes active compounds that can ensure that the body is able to consume, calcium. It's able to, actively utilize vitamin D and the rest of them. Okay, so let's move on. Now, the diagram on my screen is showing us the kidney and how its workflow is. So let's start with the kidney. So the kidney removes liquid waste from the blood. It balances salt in the blood. It removes urea from the blood, right? So that's what happens here. Now, the flow of urine from the kidney to the bladder takes place this way, through the ureters. Okay. Now, the ureteral junction prevents backward flow of urine. In other words, when urine is going, it goes one way. There isn't any form of reversal, so it can go up and down because of a control that takes place there. Now, when it gets to the bladder is like a holding point for the urine. Okay, so the bladder will stretch and expand to store urine. And when it's time for it to release it, it will squeeze itself to release urine through the urethra. So the urethra helps the urine to pass out of the body, right? So this is how the urinary system of the humans function, with the kidneys playing a vital role. Now, with this in mind, let's talk about how your kidneys function and how your blood pressure, is regulated with your kidneys. Because I believe that this information is going to help a lot of people understand why they should take responsibilities for their blood pressure and their health generally. Now, your urinary system and circulatory system depends on each other. In other words, your heart, your arteries and all that, and your bladder, urethra, and the rest of them, they work hand in hand to ensure you have good health. Now, the kidney helps to filter waste and extra fluids from the blood using a lot of blood vessels. Now, when the blood vessels become damaged, the nephrons that filter blood do not receive the oxygen and nutrients they need to function well. Don't forget that we have nephrons contained inside the bean-shaped kidney, right? Now, kidneys have small finger-like nephrons that filter blood. Each nephron receives its blood supply through tiny hair-like capillaries, okay? And these capillaries are like the smallest of all the blood vessels. So the nephrons in the kidney are supplied with a dense network of blood vessels, okay? And high volumes of blood flow through them. Now, over time, as this supply of blood keeps coming and filtration keeps taking place, uncontrolled high blood pressure can cause arteries around the kidneys to narrow, weaken, or harden. These damaged arteries are not able to deliver enough blood to the kidney tissues. Now, when the arteries become damaged, the nephrons don't receive the essential oxygen and nutrients that they require. Then the kidney begins to lose its ability to filter blood, regulate the fluids, hormones, acids, salt, and other things in the body that it ought to regulate. Okay, now this is where trouble comes. Now, a very healthy kidney responds to a hormone called aldosterone. okay, which is produced in the adrenal gland. Don't forget the adrenal gland is just above the kidneys, right? And it's utilized in regulating what blood pressure. Now, kidney damage and uncontrolled high blood pressure contributes to what a negative spiral. And as more arteries begin to get blocked and stop functioning, a person could end up having kidney failure. Okay, so kidney failure is due to high blood pressure. Sorry, kidney failure due to high blood pressure is not just something that happens or that just creeps up on you. It's something that happens as a result of a prolonged repetition of, arteries, blood capillaries not functioning the way they ought to function, and damage taking place, over and over again without proper control. So that's when, this risk, comes in for kidney damage and failure, right? So, but we can limit this by managing blood pressure. Okay, so when an individual is able to manage his or her blood pressure, you're able to handle that. Now, let's talk about stress and your kidneys. We just talked about blood pressure and your kidneys. Let's talk about stress and your kidneys. Now, stress is anything that upsets or disturbs your equilibrium or balance. Stress can be physiological, okay, due to physical injury, disease, or it could be psychological due to anxiety, conflict, threats of personal safety, or, argument or conflict or fear, or, anything that has to do with your mental state of, well-being, right? Now, stress is normal, okay? And your physical response to stress, including, could be fast breathing, your heart rate is just going boom, 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 your blood, pressure spiking up, your muscles getting tense, your eyeballs dilating, all these things are natural responses to stress. Okay, now your level of fat and sugars can also increase as a result of your body's response to this kind of stress. And this type of stress I'm talking about is known as the flight or fight response, right? Now, even though the body has this natural response in protecting itself from external factors or from factors that are not very favorable to you at a particular time, if it continues consistently, or if it remains like that, it could have a toll on your health. Now, as the blood filter, the kidneys, and I'm referring to the kidneys are your blood filtering units, right? Your kidneys are actually prone to problems when it has to do with blood circulation and your blood vessels. And that's when high blood pressure and high sugar issues come into play. Because when these things are very high, they could affect your kidney and put your kidney under stress. Now, there are some people that when they're stressed out, they have this stress eating habits where they take a lot of sugars and all that. Now, if you are responding to your stress that way, you are stressing your kidneys because you're giving your kidneys more work to do in detoxifying your blood of the excess sugars you're bringing in. Now, if you're the type of person that on a normal day, you get stressed out at work and you begin to act so nervous and, upset, you utilize the same energy you will utilize if there's a bomb explosion around, that tension, or when armed robbers are robbing at a particular place, or when there's a gunshot and you're near that place, that's where your heart beats. Some people actually live their lives on a daily that way. Now, when you do that, you are straining your body because you see, at that particular time, your body is prioritizing a lot of things. Your body is, releasing sugars, your body is releasing fats to ensure that, proper metabolism is taking place and ensuring that you have all the resources to take flights, to fight, as in to just run, rush, survive, right? So at this particular point, certain things are happening. Your digestive system, your reproductive system, your hormone production, your tissue repair are all temporary halt, and there's a kind of temporary halt your body puts to them. Now, on a normal day, if you're passing through normal stress, after like 15 to 20 minutes, your body should be back to normal. But due to the fact that some people live their lives on this hyperdrive, all these resources, will keep, affecting them, and it will keep lingering because they are not coming out of that stress. And you find out that these organs that they are straining, or these organs that the body, has taken resources from, will begin to suffer. They begin to suffer. Tissue repair will suffer. Hormone production will suffer. Your kidneys will suffer. A lot of things will suffer. And these things could, after a prolonged period of time, could lead to kidney diseases. I just said to bring that for those people that stress out a lot. It's very important that you caution yourself about your stress levels. Do not allow little things get you excessively stressed out. When you're stressed out, ensure you take out time to coordinate yourself. Give yourself time to gain yourself. Don't allow your kids mess up the whole house. That you come in, your anger level just goes up. You are upset. Your heart is beating fast. The anger level, your chest is heaving. You are sweating. You're utilizing unnecessary resources for the wrong things. Tell the children, hey, fix up your room. If you can't fix up, get them busy with something else and calm down. Calm down, because you see, at that particular point, you're stressing your organs. Now, we have several diseases that could ensue as a result of medical factors or environmental factors or lifestyle factors. Okay, these things could lead to diseases of the kidney, right? Now, one of the major diseases of the kidney is kidney stones. This is a situation where stones form like a solid buildup, as a result of solid buildup of minerals in the kidney. And this can, it has a stone-like outlook, okay? These minerals form stones within the kidneys, and it can cause intense pain, okay? It could block the urethra, and, that person will start having painful urination because urine will not be able to pass from the kidneys down to your urethra, right? Okay, so we have what we call kidney infections. Now, kidney infections take place as a result of bacteria in the bladder that transfer to the kidney. So imagine that balloon shape having a microorganism within it. That microorganism could travel through the urethra, up into the kidneys, and begin to cause trouble there. And you know how microorganisms behave. They begin to multiply and release their metabolic waste and a whole lot of things, and you begin to suffer. So changes in the urine may include presence of blood. And in most cases, if E. coli, it's involved in it, you see blood in urine and some other things, cloudiness, unusual odor, and, smelly stuff, cloudy urine, foamy urine, and some other things taking place, right? So we have what we call renal failure. I'm not taking too much time to explain this because of time, but you could take out quality time to read up on these challenges in case you have noticing symptoms within yourself that point to this. Now, what we call renal failure. Renal failure is when the kidneys become unable to filter out waste products from the blood effectively. So if your blood is not able to filter out waste, then it has to do with renal failure. Now, if an injury or another factor, such as the overuse of medication, cause kidney failure, the condition may be reversed with treatment. That's if you treat it early. With early treatment, it could be reversed. Now, we have what we call kidney hydronephrosis. Kidney hydronephrosis means water on the kidney, right? And it usually occurs when an obstruction prevents urine from leaving the kidney, which causes intense pain. And most times when it's not treated early, hydronephrosis could put pressure on the kidneys and result in kidney damage, right? So we have other types that because of time, I may not be able to take out, but if you can screen grab, you can have kidney tumor, where you have, cancers that either benign or malignant, taking place. And the major or the most common malignant type of cancer is the renal cell carcinoma, right? That takes place. Then we also have nephrotic syndrome, when the damage to the kidney affects its function and causes the protein levels in the urine to increase. So when the protein levels increase, then there's a problem. And this leads to a protein shortage throughout the body, okay? And when this protein shortage takes place, water is drawn into the tissues, starts in swelling, different types of swelling. So that's the case for nephrotic syndrome. Now we have some other, some common causes of kidney problems, right? Now, I found it necessary to bring this to attention because when some people abuse some medications, they think it's just normal. But trust me, the long-term effect could lead to kidney problem. So number one is analgesics. Now for people that have pains, headaches, abdominal pains, and the rest of them, and they need to take analgesics like non-steroid, anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, and some other names, aspirin, over a long period of time, it could affect your kidneys. Don't forget that your kidneys carry out detoxification. They detoxify your blood of these things. So when you do it for a long time, it could result in chronic analgesic nephritis, right? Which could lead to kidney, which is a kidney problem, right? Then we have what we call the IgA neuropathy, right? Also known as the Berger disease. It occurs when immunoglobulin A build up in the kidney. Now, this has to do with, your immune system, right? And its workings. So the IgA forms a vital part of your immune system, but when this IgA builds up in the kidney, it could, cause problems. But this is not the kind of problem that will just happen overnight. It's something that can stay for as long as 20 years to develop. Okay, it's not just something that starts. And most of the symptoms include abdominal pain, rash, and arthritis. It could also lead to, in the long run, it will lead to kidney failure, right? Now, lithium is it's something that is prescribed by doctors to treat schizophrenia and bipolar disorders. That's for people that have mental disorders. This is, prescribed. But lithium might cause nephropathy with long-term use. So close supervision can help a person avoid negative effects of lithium. So in as much as it helps the person with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, it's important that caution is taken while taking this medication, because after a long period of time, it will affect the kidney. Now, chemotherapy agents, for people that have cancers and they have to pass through chemotherapy, most of the time, they could end up having acute kidney injury that could lead to, challenges. But this is one of the side effects of chemotherapy. So people with undergoing chemotherapy, it's important you pay attention to your kidney so that you protect it and save yourself from this. Then alcohol. We learned, last week that alcohol is a drug that you take, and it requires a lot of resources from your liver and your kidneys to clear out. So just the way it causes trouble to your liver, it also causes trouble to your kidneys, because alcohol alters the kidney's ability to filter the blood. And don't forget that your kidneys have to filter blood frequently. It also dehydrates the body, making it harder for the kidneys to redress internal balance. So if your kidney is not able to promote hemostasis, then it's not functioning well. And this could increase blood pressure and can also hinder your kidneys from doing what they ought to do. And when your kidneys are not able to do what to do, toxic buildup will take place within your blood system, and it could lead to trouble. Okay, so these are common causes. Now, we have different stages of chronic kidney diseases. When a person has, kidney disease, there's a progression to it. It doesn't just happen overnight. So in stage 1, you're in the normal functioning zone. Your kidney is functioning well. But when trouble comes, you find out that there's a mild loss of function. You find out your kidney is not functioning the way it ought to function. At stage 3, we're talking about moderate loss of function. Stage 4, severe loss of function, where your kidney is not doing well at all. The shape is changing, shrinking, and all that. Then talking about kidney failure, where your kidney is not able to carry out its responsibility at all. So it's important that we look out for we understand the way our body works, and ensure that we look out whenever there's a symptom that looks like a kidney issue. It's important to do the necessary things, talk to your doctor about it, check it out, attend to it quickly. Now, we have common symptoms that can affect the person with kidney problems, okay? Number 1 is fatigue. Find out that the person is always tired, okay? Then another indication that this person is carrying kidney issues is ammonia smelling breath. When the person talks, there's this ammonia smell, right? Constantly in the breath of that person. That person has kidney issues that should be addressed. Loss of appetite is also something else that happens. Find out that the person does not feel interested in eating food. The person always feels full because, you know, no proper bowel movements and all the rest of them. So, sorry, cannot pee when you want to pee, you feel bloated, you feel uncomfortable, your abdomen is heavy and all that. So, but it could lead to loss of appetite and all that. Then foamy urine. When the person goes to the toilet to urinate, you find out that your urine is foamy. Now, normally your urine is not supposed to be foamy. Also, if it's foamy, then it calls for, you're observing that every time you urinate, it's just so foamy, bubbling everywhere, like detergent is in the toilet. Is a problem. You need to look into it. When you have difficulty urinating or you urinate frequently, at short intervals, you are pressed and you're running to the restroom. And when you're trying to pee, you find out that it's difficult for you to pee. It calls for caution. Then when you're having kidney pain at the location of your kidney, where you're feeling pain there, or you're having swollen limbs, swollen legs, and the rest of them, it's time for you to, you know, watch it. So what are the things you need to do in ensuring that you maintain proper kidney health? Number one, eat a balanced diet. Okay, now many kidney problems result from high blood pressure, diabetes, and a whole lot of things. But if you're able to control your diet by ensuring that there's balance, you're not eating too much carbs, you're not taking excessively salty foods, there is a balance, you're taking fruits when you need to, taking your proteins, you're taking your carbohydrates, taking your fats and oil when you need to, you're taking your vitamin C and the rest of them, you find out that there is proper coordination. You need to get enough exercise. It's important that you exercise, because when you exercise, you reduce your risk of having blood pressure and obesity, right? You're able to burn a little bit of fat, and this could actually help reduce the pressure on your kidneys. Now, drinking plenty of water helps, because see, when you take enough fluids, you find out that your kidney is able to easily detox, you know, your system, and you're able to clear out toxin faster than when, because at this particular point, you are giving your kidneys enough resources to work with. Don't forget that if you don't take in enough water, your kidney will start doing what we call reabsorption. You start telling your body, okay, collect water from other parts of the body, or the one we're supposed to trash out, hold it. Let's take a little bit from it and see if you can use to maintain the internal environment of your body. So don't put your kidneys in that position of stress. Drink water. Some of us just take 2 cups of water a day. Some people just take 1 bottle of table water, and that's it for the day. Now, I used to tell people, when you feel that your lips are dry or parched, don't go and pick your lip gloss. No, go and get a glass cup of water and you drink. Tell yourself that it's the sign my body is giving me that I'm dehydrated, because every time you're dehydrated, number one, your body, your internal constituents become concentrated with a lot of chemical-based stuff. Some people rather take carbonated drinks over taking water. That's wrong, because you're increasing the concentration. And don't forget that osmosis takes place in your system. Your cells take in components when, you know, there is a particular signal from your body. So if you feed your body with the wrong things, you have the wrong things happening, right? Limiting salt, limit sodium intake to a maximum of 2,300 milligrams, or the ideal consumption per day is 1,500, okay, each day. So ensure that whatever you're taking, your salt consumption should be minimal, so that your blood pressure would not be affected, right? Then moderate alcohol. Consuming more than 1 drink for women and more than 2 drinks for men can harm the kidney and impair enough. I explained that earlier on. Your kidney is not able to function the way it ought to function because of alcohol. Avoid smoking. Smoking restricts your blood vessels. And don't forget that without adequate blood supply, your kidneys will not be able to carry out their work, because your kidney loves blood supply. Your kidney needs blood to flow so that it can filter. That's its job. So when you don't do that, you don't give your kidneys enough resources to work with. Taking over-the-counter medication, going to pharmacists or chemists, according to some people, what some people will say. When you go to the pharmacist without a prescription every time, and this is common with Nigerians, any small thing, you are treating malaria. Some people treat malaria like twice in a month. Even when it's not malaria, they credit malaria to be the challenge. It's important that you restrict your over-the-counter stuff, because the drug might not be, harmless at first, but when you overuse it excessively, it could damage your kidney. As simple as painkillers, it can cause kidney problems. So when you feel you're having malaria symptoms, go to the hospital. A laboratory test to check your malaria parasite level will be done. Your blood will be collected and to be checked under the microscope for malaria parasites. If malaria parasites are found, then you would take medication. We'll be giving medication for it. But don't just say, oh, since I woke up. There's something called fever normally that has nothing to do with malaria. Normal fever as a result of stress and some other factors, and your body's natural response to fighting infection in your body. So if your body is giving you fever responses, must you not go and treat malaria for it? Don't forget that fever is a common symptom for multiple kinds of diseases. So every time you're hitting yourself with malaria medicine and all, be cautioned. Okay, because of time, I can't dwell on that. Manage diabetes and heart diseases properly. Follow your doctor's prescription and protect your kidneys, because when you don't manage diabetes and heart issues or blood pressure issues, they end up affecting your kidneys. Now, take steps to get quality sleep and control stress. Stress cannot be overemphasized. Every time, don't forget that your adrenal gland, the gland responsible for releasing the hormone for flight, it's on top of your kidneys. And that is why a person can easily urinate when any small challenge takes place. That's why they just pee when you're afraid or when you're worried. And robots are here, everybody lies on the floor. Some people they just ease them, they just urinate on your body. Why? Your adrenal glands are on your kidneys. So your kidneys get heavy duty of the heavy hits every time you leave yourself in that place of constant stress. Okay? Right? So take care of sleep well. Allow your body come out of stress. When you sleep, your body takes out time to carry out tissue repair. Your body cannot repair itself if you don't sleep, because it needs all the resources, intact that can, when you're at rest, to work. If you don't rest, some of you want to hit targets and everything. You cut down your sleep to 2 hours, you want to be a success. Good health is better than success. Remember that. Okay? So with all these things I've said so far, we have long-reach products that can help you take care of your kidneys, right? And one of those products is the long-reach green tea. The long-reach green tea helps to increase supply of oxygen in the blood. Don't forget that if your kidneys don't get proper oxygen, released through the nephrons, it would end up having failure over time, right? So you need something that can help you promote increased oxygenation, and that can be done by our green tea. Now, when you take our green tea, it helps to take care of urinary disorder. You can see that here. It increases production of urine, cures inflammation and burning feeling during urination, and inhibits infection in the kidney and the urine system. In other words, the green tea has antimicrobial activity that helps to fight infections. So every time you take your green tea as a long reacher, or as someone that has just gotten information from the product expose, do you know what you're doing? You're protecting your kidneys from having infection. So in case there's any infection that wants to travel from your reproductive organ to your bladder, when you take your green tea, it will stop it in its tracks and prevent it from continuing its movement. So it's important that you look into that. Now, if you look at this kidney disorder, it washes away toxins in the kidney. In other words, your green tea has what it takes to detoxify your body and clear out those toxins that ought to affect you. Now, if you look at the liver and the gallbladder, it regulates metabolism and improves blood circulation. In other words, your blood capillaries will get this green tea, and it can also help to take out plaque from your blood vessels. So plaque that ought to cause narrowing of your arteries or rupturing of your arteries can be taken care of when you take our long-reach green tea. So taking a green tea should be a lifestyle for every individual that wants to protect their kidney, their liver, and their bodies generally, right? So it's very, very important because it's a fantastic detoxifier, increases the supply of oxygen in the blood. And it also, takes care of your digestive and your respiratory system. Can you see that? It does that for you, right? And even aside that, it provides a relaxing and a tranquilizing effect. You know what that means? If you're highly stressed and the stress is beginning to affect you mentally, when you take green tea has a way of taking out that stress from your system. It helps to calm your nerves because your nerves need to be calm so that your blood pressure does not increase. You need to calm your nerves. So whatever is getting you agitated or worked up, with our green tea, you can enjoy that tranquilizing effect. And you find out that your muscles begin to relax, your capillaries begin to relax, and blood flow properly. And you'll be able to sleep properly, okay? To help to improve that. Now, Longreach Pie Cup is also an excellent team player when it comes to taking care of your kidneys. Now, from a lot of reviews, we've come to hear of a lot of people that had kidney stones that took water from the pie cup and the stones came out. We've heard of men having those testimonies. We've heard of women having those testimonies of kidney stones coming out live and direct. So for people that attend our trainings a lot, where people come to testify, trust me, our pie cup is a professional in doing that. Don't forget that your kidney has the pH balancing responsibility to carry out. Now, when you take water from your pie cup has a weak alkalinity that it provides your body system. So in case you've taken foods that are highly acidic, that have kept your body in an acidic state, when you take water from your pie cup, it helps your body system to get into that alkaline state, not high alkaline now. With our pie cup, you can't end up with alkalinosis. Trust me, you can't. Because it's just a cup of how many ml? 400 ml. So trust me, you can't. And with the type amount of food you consume, trust me, you can't get alkalinosis from it. Because I take water from my pie cup every day and I've never had alkalinosis before. Now, people that are prone to alkalinosis are people that do heavy liters of alkaline, high content alkaline, especially for those people that do use ionized water. Right? The one that, the electrons are taken out of it and, they just put it there. This one is the stones that produce the alkalinity in the pie cup. And aside alkalinity, the pie cup gives you other benefits, gives you trace minerals. It helps increase your oxygen content. So your blood flow will increase and circulation will also increase. Plaque will be taken out of your system. Your nephrons will not be damaged as a result of rupture and some other challenges. So, I mean, it's suitable for your body. Suitable for your body. And trust me, it's going to give you energy. And people that have had kidney issues, this can help to detoxify your body quickly. So for people that have toxic buildup, drinking water can actually help you to, clear out toxic buildup. Moving on quickly, let's talk about our Longreach Libao. Now, for men, the Longreach Libao is a supplement that takes care of their general health. So if you're a man, the Libao supplement is excellent for your general health. When it comes to do with your bones, Libao is there. When it comes to do with your reproductive organ, Libao is there. When it comes to do with your urinary system, it's there. When it has to do with your organs as a man, the Libao works excellently well for you. Now, let's look at this. It's ideal for men with quick tiring body. Men that get tired easily, this is for you. It eliminates fatigue. So eventually you are tilting towards having kidney issues and you have fatigue issues easily. This is for you. It eliminates it improves sleep. So if you're a man, you're not sleeping or you have insomnia, this is for you, right? Now, if you look at this place, come down to this point. This product is also used to treat impotence, kidney disease, chronic inflammation of the testicles. So for kidney health, you can also enjoy benefits when you use the Libao, okay? It helps. It can also penetrate the bone to expel pathogenic wind. So If you notice that you're having internal pathogenic wind and you know that you need to expel it, you need to, if you feel microorganisms are in your blood system or they're just plain making a mess of your body system, you can clear out the pathogenic wind using your lip balm. And it's a must for men with optimal health. So if you want to take good care of yourself as a man, you want to take care of your kidneys, take care of your liver, and take care of your heart, you want to take care of your general, your bone marrow and everything, trust me, you can, you can use this. And you find out that if you're a man and you're saying that I'm eating food and the food is not doing anything in my body, take lip balm. You'll come back and testify. I've seen, especially people in their 40s that are not adding weight due to stress and other things. This helps you. When you take lip balm and you eat, you begin to add weight. Not that you're going to get fat or something, but to enable your body, collect the nutrients contained in your food, right? Yeah. Then we have berry oil. You can see it. The berry oil is awesome. I've been talking about berry oil back to back, so I'm not going to talk too much about it because of time. It protects your heart, your kidney, the liver from what? Damage. So if you don't want your liver to be damaged, take what? Take your berry oil, right? It helps protect your body against what? Toxin. So if you want to clear out toxin from your body, this is it, right? It contains omega-3, 6, 7, 9. Don't forget your kidneys help to absorb, these fatty acids. So it helps your kidney, and it has micronutrients. No, as in, if you've listened to my training on berry oil, trust me, you find out that the number it's high. Now the next is Cordyceps militaris. Cordyceps militaris is excellent for what? Your kidneys. Now if you look, it's a natural antibiotic. So people that have urinary tract infections or challenge with their kidney or microbial invasion of their kidneys, this can help take care of the microbial invasion. Now it takes care of the lungs, the kidney, the liver, and the heart. So for proper, and don't forget that I used to tell people that Cordyceps militaris takes care of your internal environment. Homeostasis is one of the major functions of Cordyceps militaris. It helps support your immune system to create balance within. And your kidney also carries out that balance. Can you see it? And that is why Cordyceps militaris can easily work with your kidneys, because your kidneys carry out the maintenance of an internal environment, and your Cordyceps militaris is a professional in providing support. Don't also forget that it also takes care of tumors. So for people that have kidney tumors and all that at an early stage, you can use this to take care of this. It revives dead cells and feed the cells and protect the cells, be it kidney cells, liver cells, heart cells, whatever the type of cells are. If you want your cells to be rejuvenated and you want them to, be vital in carrying out their functions, you take along with Cordyceps militaris. You can see here it regulates blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Don't forget that when your blood pressure is high and your sugar level is high, it affects the functioning of your kidneys. So it's important that you take along with Cordyceps militaris. So every product you buy on the Longreach platform comes what we call PVs. So for example, if you buy a Longreach green tea, it has what we call 5 PVs attached to it at the company price. Now, this PV is what gives you like the passport into Longreach International's world, where you get to earn money on a weekly level. Now, in order for you to earn, you need to come in and register as a member. Now, when you register as a member, you can come in through any of these entry levels. Now, I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. In other words, if you're not financially buoyant and you feel that you still need to come on board, you can start with as low as 14,000, build your business by, upgrading until you become a VIP member and become a shareholder with Longreach Bioscience. Anyhow you want it, you can, because the Longreach is all about, bringing in people from different levels of life into its compensation plan, where you can enjoy a beautiful and a healthy lifestyle, filled with lots of money also. So if you come in as a starter with a starter pack, you only get 4 PVs at a fixed amount of 14,000. While if you're to come in as a Q Silver member, you are required to get 60 PVs at an estimated amount of 45,000, where you get to select products that will give you 60 PV. The same thing when you want to come in as a Silver member, you need to accumulate 120 PVs by selecting products that will give you 120 PVs at an estimated amount of 90,000. Now, if you have to come in as a Gold member, you need to accumulate 240 PVs at an estimated amount of 180,000, right? Now, when you do so, you come in as a gold member. The next is platinum. You require 720 PVs at an estimated amount of 500,000, and VIP, which is the highest and the last level, where you are required to get 1,680 PVs at an estimated amount of 1,200. Now, wherever you are, it's okay. All you need to do is upgrade your entry level to the VIP level, where you become a shareholder with Longreach, and you begin to enjoy weekly bonuses at 12%, and you enjoy 1% global sales as a result of your team effort. Now, as a platinum member, you earn 12% also, but you don't enjoy this 1% global sales because you're not a shareholder. If you're at gold level, you enjoy 10%. If you're at Q silver level, you enjoy 8%. And if you're at silver level, you also enjoy 8% weekly bonuses, especially when it has to do with your performance bonus. Now, when you come on board, after coming through the entry levels, all you need to do is just bring in 3 people to join you as your board of directors. And these 3 people also bring in their own board of directors. And you all build the business together, enjoying the benefits of multi-level marketing. Now, on this platform, you grow at your own pace. Nobody's coming to chase you up and down. You work at your own pace. It's all based on what performance. So if you're a performer, come on board. You're going to enjoy because you enjoy what you work for. Now, so you can earn in more than 10 ways on the Longreach platform. You can earn through retail profits when you sell the products. You can, when you sell the fast start bonus package, you can earn through that. You can earn performance bonus on a weekly base, development bonus on a weekly base. You can also enjoy leadership bonuses, repeat order bonuses, travel incentives, car incentives, house incentives, and educational scholarship incentives. Now, if you're with us last week at the Havens Event Center, trust me, you would have seen for yourself the car qualifiers, the trip qualifiers, and a lot of people that enjoyed awesome stuff as a result of Longreach Bioscience. Now, Longreach Bioscience is the best place to be. Here, you can grow at your own pace. The goal for every Longreacher is the star director position, where everyone is striving to, but you know, it's all based on what? Performance. When you're determined to perform, trust me, nobody can stop you. The sky is the limit where you become the star that shines brightly. So my call to action today is for you to switch your brand, okay? Switch your brand to Longreach organic products, empower yourself with knowledge, gain control over your health, be a product user, share your testimonies. A closed mouth is a closed destiny. And trust me, some people are dying with their challenges. All they need to hear is for you to share your testimony with them on how you're enjoying a beautiful and a healthy lifestyle. So don't keep quiet. Tell others about Longreach products, enjoy PVs, and also enjoy a beautiful and a healthy lifestyle. So at this point, I want to say thank you. And also remember that good health is the most important thing. It's more important than success. It's more important than money. It's more important than success or power. So don't joke with your health, because success cannot buy you good health. Money sometimes cannot buy you good health. Your power or influence cannot buy you good health. I've seen influential men die even when they have all the monies in their bank account. So don't joke with your health, and don't joke with your kidneys. Take good care of them using Longreach products. Thank you. So at this particular point, I want to thank you for making a date with us, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Thank you once again.